Hello everybody, today we'll be making some jam. First you want to get your strawberry and cut off the end right there. I'm going to put this on the side. I like to take out the middle part because it's not that good, the jam, in my opinion. We're going to cut the strawberry in half this way and then put it on its side, and then we're going to cut in half again, and we're going to cut into little chunks. So this will help the jam be a bit better, a little bit thicker and more jammy in my opinion, and help it melt into like a nice liquid form. And there we go. And we're just gonna toss those into the trash, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I cut a couple more strawberries behind the camera, and I got roughly 107, as you can see right there almost. And you want to get around 2 pounds. It's gonna be a big amount of jam, enough to fit in a regular jam jar and a bit extra. So you want to get right there at the 2 pound, and that'll be perfect. Okay, well now we're gonna get into the big ingredients that makes these all nice and juicy and tasty. So you're gonna get in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I use this kind of lemon juice, or you could use a lemon if you want to go a bit more organic. I prefer the lemon juice because it's a bit more accurate and also easier to do, but if you want to do lemon juice, just pour it in there. Just make sure to take out the seeds if they fall in. Okay, now you're going to want to get in 2 cups of sugar. You may think this is a lot of sugar, but it's the right amount, so it'll get all the juices out. So you're just going to want to add 2 cups of sugar, just like how I did. But soon you're going to want to get your trusty spatula and start mixing it around like this. You want to get every single strawberry coated in it until you can barely see any sugar left. So yeah, just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. And it's going to look a little rough, but if you keep mixing, the juices will start going in a bit, and you'll see it's getting a bit gooey, and the sugar you have will look a bit pink. You want to make sure you get those sides, like you see I'm trying to get the sides of sugar that didn't get into the strawberries, but if you look into it, it's getting nice and jammy, and it's going good. You're going to want to leave that about an hour on your table or overnight in your fridge covered, so it will get juicy. So you're going to want to stir it on a medium-high heat. It's going to look like this in its first form, but it'll settle down. It's going to get more bubbly and hotter the way you go. Sometimes you want to take it off the heat, but you want to keep moving it around. If you don't, it will burn up. And you just want to keep it moving, babying it. I like to use a mashed potato masher when doing it because it squishes the strawberries around and makes it more jam-like. And you're gonna see some strawberries up there, so you want to do a little tap off. So there are gonna be bubbles there, and when it gets like thick bubbles that pop like jam would if you boil it, you'll understand when you do it yourself. That's when you know your jam's ready. As you can see, my jam's not ready yet. It's still got those thick bubbles on the top, those like very thin small bubbles. You want to wait till all that like small bubble foam goes away mostly, and then your jam's almost ready. At the end of my jam here, you can see I'm finally mashing down the last of the jam just so it's practically ready. I'm just like moving it around, and you can see there's barely any of those foam bubbles, mostly just thick bubbles popping. It looks a lot like jam. Okay, you want to get a plate you put in your freezer and put some jam on it, and you're going to want to put a little streak in it, and then you're going to want to test if it moves. If it moves, then your jam's not ready. Okay, well, now that our jam's ready, we're going to fill it into a mason jar. That's what I like to do, but you can fill it into any jar. To make sure the jar doesn't crack, you want to put some boiling water into it and leave it for 10 minutes so it can get to the same temperature as your jam. And we're going to put the lid on our jam, and so we can just save it. It's going to last 6 months if you refrigerate it, and look how delicious that jam is. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I sure love making this jam, and I hope you make your jam as awesome. Comment down below, how did your jam experience go? and I'm going to have a nice time eating this jam. Subscribe, like, and comment. Should I do more stuff like cooking, or should I do other things? Suggestions. I need ideas. Thank you and goodbye.